Okay, so if you have ever been wondering, oh hey, how can I deal with making non-square UV maps and handling those in Blender and also Substance Painter. So this here is an example, right? I've got this ultra grade sort here. Might look familiar to some. This is just for testing and so on, right? But so as you can see here, if you unwrap this, right, this is a nice unwrap, right? But there's a lot of that space here, right? So ideally, what we would want is this here, cut this here from the image, right? Now, I've tried several methods. I'll introduce some stretching. So what I recommend you do here, this is how you can do it, right? First off, up here in Blender, you can click on New Image, right? And you can, for example, type, if I want this to be the, a 1 by 2, right? I simply write here, for example, 256 by 512. You can also do 512 by blah, 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 but it doesn't really matter. So this here, this is what I want, right? And now look what happens, right? So it shows you like this, right? Okay, well, that's kind of messy, right? Well, I have bad news for you because now you have to select it and then scale it on the X and multiply by 2. Now you move this back onto your UV atlas here, right? Make sure that nothing's out of bounds there. Okay, this is fine, right? Now once we have this, we are pretty much done, right? At least as far as this goes. Then we export this. Oops. And then afterwards here in Substance, right? The import settings here, do your thing, doesn't really matter. There's not really anything here that would really affect it. Here you can select your thing, right? Import that. And now here's the funny thing, right? So if you go to the UVs, it displays as stretched, right? But if you go to your texture settings, right, you click this little lock here, and now I will be working on this at 512 by 1024. So now if we, for example, slap a pattern on here, right, just to show you, as you can see, this displays completely fine, right? But if we change this, right, now it's basically scratched, right? We can take a look at this here, right? So if you take a look at this, right, now it's fine, now it's not. Now in here it will look weird, right? But as soon as you set your aspect ratio correctly here, right, the resolution in here doesn't matter anyways, right? Because what matters is when you hit the export button, right, what you want to do is here you can set your resolution and stuff, right? So in my case here, I want 512. Okay. Now I'm gonna export this straight to the desktop. For me, only the color, just to show you, right? And then once we have this, we can open this up. Where is it? Here we go. There you go. Here's your texture.